Hello everyone, it's Dylan from Yugioh Everything, and welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh! VRains summary spoiler discussion. So a couple of days ago, it might have actually been like a week ago, it came out during final season, and you guys know how final season is. I got completely lost in time, and so it's been a while since these have come out, and I want to go over them now. With episode 52 airing tomorrow, I'm going to go over the 52 summary and cast list as well, give some final predictions for that duel, what I want to see happen, and also hear from you guys as well. But we really did get the summaries for 52 and 53 and the titles for 54 and 55, so we can really see into the future the next 4 weeks and maybe get a decent idea of where the show is headed, at least in the short term for the next 4 weeks. The 53 cast list has also just come out as well, so we have 2 cast lists to go over, and they're actually 2 pretty intriguing cast lists. But without further ado, we are going to begin. If you do not want any spoilers, please click off this video right now. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So the day of recording is Tuesday. You might be watching after 52 airs, but as of recording this, we still have another day before 52 comes out, so I will be spending some time going over 52 as well. We're going to start with the summaries, then we'll get into the cast list. Episode 52, A Hero in Name Only. Soulburner manages to survive a brutal attack from Go's Dino Wrestler monsters using the effects of his Salaman Great monsters. Determined not to lose against Go, who wants to prove himself to be the strongest duelist, Soulburner sets his fist ablaze and starts a counter attack. Episode 53, The Bounty Hunter Blood Shepherd. So that pretty much confirms 52 will be the final episode of the Go and Soulburner duel. Blood Shepherd, in the meantime, is going to go after Playmaker, which is really awesome. Blood Shepherd challenges Playmaker to a duel. He manages to figure out Playmaker's strategy and proceeds to launch a combo with his drone deck to overwhelm Playmaker and seal off his strategy. Next, that episode also is being done by No Gilbo, which is awesome, so you know that's going to look beautiful. Episode 54 and 55, we have the titles. 54 is the terrifying battle drones, which is clearly a reference to the duel going on between Playmaker and Blood Shepherd. And then episode 55, so it looks like that's going to be another 2-episode duel, A Never Before Seen World. That could very easily be either referring to the Cyberse world from Playmaker's perspective, since he's never been to the Cyberse world, but what I really think this is referring to is the castle, is the area that Hal and Bowman ran off to and talked to that really weird entity, that weird black silhouette character in episode 51. I genuinely think, or in episode 50, excuse me, I genuinely believe that is what the title of 55, A Never Before Seen World, is referring to, and that is being scripted by Yoshida, so you know that is going to be a very important plot moving episode, and I think that's a good balance. You had a plot episode in 50, we had Soulburner vs. Go, Playmaker vs. Blood Shepherd, now we have another plot episode to slow things down. So we don't really have much of 54 and 55, obviously, but we again can infer it's going to be a 2-episode duel between Playmaker and Blood Shepherd, and that 55 probably going to be a plot episode, or at least an important dueling plot episode. But not to say these two aren't. But 52, we have the cast, and the cast for 52 has a few new names. We have, and again, huge thank you to DMC for doing this. I always forget to say that, but I am very grateful. We all are very grateful that he does these translations for us. So here is the cast list. We have Yusaku/Playmaker, Homura/Soulburner, Flame, Kusanagi, Go, Blood Shepherd, so Blood Shepherd will be in tomorrow's episode, Akira, Kiku Kamishirakawa, which, by the way, I feel like I did alright on that name. I know I usually butcher these names. I feel like I did okay. Note, unconfirmed reading. I don't really know what that means. I don't know if that means this character, Kiku, might not be in the episode, and that's unconfirmed, or if the actor voicing this character is unconfirmed, like I don't know. That's confusing. I probably should have asked DMC for further clarification on that. But you know, I'll pin the comment if I find out what that means. So that could be a new character right there. Then we have Takeru's grandfather and Takeru's grandmother, young Takeru and Hayami. So that, when I first read those 3 names, that really excited me. That means in tomorrow's episode we should be getting some really good backstory about Soulburner, about Homura, and I'm very, very excited for that. Because his past right now, we just knew that he was kind of scared to go forward, and Playmaker and Go even gave him the courage to move forward, which is why he's trying to bring Go back to the hero that he used to be, which I think is a brilliant reference to the title of episode 52, A Hero in Name Only, right? When you think of Go Onizuka in this universe, you do think of a hero, you do think of someone who helped save Link VRains, but with how he's acting, it's only the name that exemplifies the hero of Go Onizuka, not the character that he is portraying, not the person that he is portraying anymore. So I really think that is a very deep title, and I really do like the title of that episode. At least I'm assuming that it's referring to Go. But yeah, the fact that we are getting Takeru's grandfather and grandmother, that probably means that something happened to his parents, and if something happened to his parents, then I just wonder where all the parents are. I mean, it's Yu-Gi-Oh, so I never really, invest too hard into parents. We had Yusaku's that were passed away, or Yusei's, excuse me, and now I sound like Crunchyroll confusing Yusei and Yusaku. We had Yusei's that had died before 5Ds started. Duel Monsters, we never knew about Yugi's dad. The Japanese version saw Yugi's mom in a very brief scene, which was very bizarre. The dub completely cut that scene. It was a harmless scene of him leaving the house and his mom was there. It was very weird. And then GX, we didn't really know anything about Judai's parents. But Zexal in Arc 5 really had the whole parent thing a little more normal than the first three shows. We don't know about Yusaku's parents. And in this case, it sounds like Takeru's parents are probably either dead or abandoned him. Spectre's family abandoned him. So, and Kogami was Revolver's dad. Kogami's dead now. So it's a classic Yu-Gi-Oh thing not to really have parents. At least if they have parents, it's probably going to be grandparents like we saw with Yugimoto, and that's always been the trend and the stigma for Yu-Gi-Oh! So that will be very interesting. Very excited to see what flashback scenes we're going to get. In terms of this duel, what I like about these spoilers, and they should do this more, too many times in spoilers, the cast list or the summary of the next episode spoils who's going to win. And I guess if you're reading spoilers, that's something that you kind of know going in. Like, you can't be mad when you see it, and I'm never mad. Some people say they don't like to see spoilers because it ruins the show for them. For me, it just hypes it up because it doesn't tell you enough to give away everything that's going to happen. So, but I completely understand at the same time if you don't like spoilers. But sometimes, or a lot of the times, they'll tell you who's going to win the duel based on the next summary or cast list. But these sets of summaries do a really good job at not really telling you who's going to come on top of the Go Soulburner duel, because in episode 53, neither of them are in the cast list. Here is the cast list for next week's episode, episode 53. We have Yusaku / Playmaker, Ai, Kusanagi, Akira, that's back-to-back episodes for Akira, Aoi / Blue Angel, Emma / Ghost Girl. I imagine those two will be speculating, will be watching, will be observing and commentating, so that's good. It will be cool to see both of them in action, and hopefully it's not, I shouldn't say in action, but just in the episode. Hopefully it's not just like one or two lines. Hopefully they have a bit of dialogue. Maybe they're even talking to Akira. Akira leaves the office and he talks to them about a plan. So that will be really cool. And we could get some more knowledge and some more insight onto whether Akira is trying to actually help Yusaku and Soulburner, or whether he's genuinely trying to trap them and genuinely trying to get the bounty hunters to capture them, which I don't think is the case. I genuinely think he wants to help Playmaker get to the restricted zone, because I feel like he does not trust Soul Tech at all. I feel like he put together this team of dysfunctional bounty hunters on purpose, which is what he said to Hayami. He said he never expected them to get along. So I feel like Akira low-key is the MVP of this season so far, but at least behind the scenes. But at the same time, this episode could really be just him saying, no, I want them to catch Playmaker, and then all of that, deep insight, characterization is out the window. So we will have to see, but the Zaizens and Emma are definitely the two of the three that I will be looking forward to. And the rest are obvious, right? Playmaker and his Ignis, Kusanagi, and then Blood Shepherd, who Playmaker's dueling. So besides those three, the cast list is exactly what you would expect. 52, I'm hoping ends in a no result or a draw, not a no result, a draw. No result I feel like would be kind of cheap, but if it's a draw, I feel like there's still room for both characters to grow. A loss doesn't really hurt Soulburner's character as much as it would hurt Go's character. I feel like because you revamped Go to be this person who's now all about winning and all about gaining his character back, if he loses, I feel like that would be kind of a backstep for him, a major backstep, especially when a lot of people, Go is a very polarizing character. You either love him or you really, really hate him. At least that's what I've seen based on comments and tweets. So they're in a very precarious spot with Go and Soulburner and this duel, which was a duel that I thought did well in 51, but I still felt it was kind of a silly decision to have them duel. Soulburner can take a loss. I feel like if Soulburner can kind of get through to Go, but still loses, he still did his goal. You know, he distracted Go, he let Playmaker escape. Soulburner can afford a loss much more than I feel like Go can. So I'm very, very nervous to see how that episode plays out. I will be reacting to that episode tomorrow morning. But anyway, guys, I'm going to cut myself off right there. Please let me know all of your thoughts down below. Let me know who you think is going to win between Playmaker or Blood Shepherd. I didn't even give my prediction on there. I think Playmaker will win. I don't know if I'm ever going to pick against Playmaker in a duel unless it's like a new character or the summaries lead me to believe he's not going to win. But the fact that 55 is titled A New World, I believe that's the title, a never-before-seen world, excuse me, that makes me think Playmaker is going to defeat Shepherd, he's going to move on, and he's going to see this never-before-seen world, unless in 55 their duel takes them to a never-before-seen world, a la Jack and Yusei in the very beginning of 5Ds. So, we'll see what happens, but I think Playmaker is going to win that duel. But guys, let me know all your thoughts, especially on the duel tomorrow between Go and Soulburner, down below. Very excited to talk to all of you. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, thank you so much for the support, and I hope you have an amazing day.